Stephanie Milky here, aka KetoMOM, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the KetoMOM podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the KetoMOM Secrets podcast. All right, I'm back. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Here's the topic of this live because I got kicked off the internet from this morning. Don't share big dreams with small minds. Here's the deal. I just did a live 3 seconds ago, and we talked about setting goals for this next week. Being intentional, figuring out what you want for next week, and taking action. If you want to watch that one, go ahead and watch that one. I just want to give you something else to think about. It won't be long. Hopefully I'll talk so fast that the internet won't go out because, listen, that's just silly. I'm even logged into the internet. And I'm on floor 5 in the hotel. I should be the closest to the waves. All right, here's a thought for you today as we're going through this book. And I'm going to do a Zoom this next week. I just have to figure out the time if you want to hop on and ask questions about creating vision boards. So we'll do that together. Don't share big dreams with small minds. Who should see your dreams? If you're doing this book with us and you have it, awesome. If you don't, continue to follow along because I promise if you listen and hear something, you can take action on it just by listening. You listen, you learn, and you take action. We're creating vision boards now and not waiting until next year. All right, listen to this because it's super important. Your success can be determined in part by those with whom you surround yourself with. So I talked on the live earlier this morning. We've been surrounded by really incredible people. Both weekends we've been at different events and conferences. I feel so blessed by all of the relationships that we have. But it can also be determined by those who you do not have, those who you do not have around you. Small-minded people have a way of sucking ambition right out of you. Big minds have a way of elevating you to reach your highest potential. Who are you hanging around with? Who are you sharing your goals with? Who are the people in your life that will elevate you and speak life over you and encourage you? And who are those people who are like, yeah, right, you will never, or you can't do that? Like, who are the negative Nancys? We're not going to share these next goals with them. You don't have to go tell everybody what you're going to do in 2023. And in fact, I'll share something in a little bit with you. Hold on. One of the most important decisions you will ever make in life is choosing your friendships, choosing your alignments, the people that you are hanging around with, the people that you let into your life, the people that you're like, listen, there's certain ways to say things in a nice way. I'll give you an example. Our daughters played, we homeschool, we have 4 daughters, we travel a lot. We are constantly around incredible people. Super blessed but we choose it, right? And our daughters chose to play volleyball last year or the year before. And I'll tell you this, I'm not going to go into all the details. Like, I don't need to talk about teenagers. Like, we are raising our girls up to not be the average teenager that somebody says, oh, they're teens. Oh, that's to be expected. Oh, you just wait. Oh, you can't control them. Like, those things don't have to be. If you're a parent of teenagers, I'm just letting you know, you get to speak life into them. You get to parent them, or the world will. Now, our girls, while they loved volleyball, the environment, the conversations, the lack of teamwork, the inward destructive words from team members to teammates. My daughter came home and she was like, Mom, I hear you coaching people a lot. I hear you say things like you become like the top 5 people you hang around with. You become like the people that you are around with day in and day out. like your life is going to look like, just take a look. Like if you don't like where you're at, it's not that you need to go unfriend people. It's not that you're going to go, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't want to be like you, so I'm not going to be your friend. But it is important to find alignments and people that will help you grow. And so this team, this environment was not serving our oldest daughter or our second daughter. And she had the awareness of, listen, I like volleyball, but I don't like it enough to stay in this environment, to hear the words and the language and to be cussed at because I maybe missed a set. Or like, I'm just going to be real with you. She was, as a teenager, went, I'm actually not going to do it. Because when I go into that environment, it makes my heart hurt. Like it is actually terrible. So she removed herself. We found an incredible environment for our girls at our CrossFit gym where they are built up, they are encouraged, they're not cussed at. Like, it is truly life-giving. They're challenged, and yet people believe in them. I say all of that because this is super important. If you are actually going to dive into your visions and your dreams for the next year, one thing I need you to have awareness of is, who are you going to share that with? Who are you going to surround yourself with? And right now you might go, but the only people that I know that are encouraging and life-giving are online. Guess what? That's okay. You can tune in here. I would love to talk to you. Send me a message and I will encourage you until you can find the right alignments in your local area. So here's what she said. You might need to keep your mouth closed around certain people, perhaps even your closest family members, if you know they're not going to believe in the things you want to go after. Who you spend your time with has a huge impact on your dreams that you want to achieve. So we're talking about creating vision boards and what do you want and writing these things down, and the awareness of, you don't have to go tell everybody what you're going to achieve next year because you're just going to do it, right? Choose your associations wisely. I've heard it said that if you want to see where your life will be over the next 5 years, look at the list of names in your cell phone. You become like those who you spend time with. So I'm just going to be real frank with you. If you are wasting time watching a lot of TV, or maybe you're at the bar a lot, maybe you're day in and you're day out and you're just not around somebody who you're like, but I know I have something in me, because I'm telling you, you do. You have greatness in you. You were made by greatness, for greatness. There are things in you that only you can do. You have assignments in your life that if you choose to step up and do it, like, it will inspire other people. There are things that you need to do. There is gifts and talents inside of you that you were given. And you need to make sure that the right words and the right people are speaking over you, encouraging you. And that might mean finding a different group of people to hang out with. It could be online. It could be in person. There's lots of places you can find people like that. You just have to know, you just have to look. You have to be open to it, right? Listen for people that speak positively. Listen for people who want better in their life, the people that are striving after better, and get around those people. All right. I mean, there's lots of things I could give you suggestions on. I would love to help you as well. All right. Ready? We all need to make assessments of the people that we are spending the most time with and how they may be affecting our lives. I'm not suggesting that you just cut off your friends or family. And I am suggesting that you find different peer groups to involve yourself in. It could be a mom's groups. It could be maybe you go outside of like your actual job and you find some like entrepreneurial business groups. Maybe you find a different group at church. Maybe you find a local, I don't know. And there's a lot of groups online, like hopefully the KetoMOM page, that we can help you with. So misery loves company. If somebody sees you achieving or dreaming, here's what happens. I'm going to lose weight this year. I'm so excited. And you're telling your best friend or you're telling people in your life and you're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. If they need to do the same thing, if somebody around you needs to do the same thing, or they're in this mindset of like, woe is me, they're going to say things like, you can't do that. Why would you do that? Listen, when you start elevating yourself and you start going after better, it's not that people don't want you to achieve greatness. It's they feel like they're being left behind, or they feel like, wait, if you do that, I should probably do it, but I don't want to do it, right? It makes them feel guilty. It makes them feel like they're not enough. It makes them feel like you're leaving them. Sometimes it's not like they want to be mean to you, but they're like, you're leaving me. So one of the best things that you can do is go, why don't you come with me? Hey, let's do this together. Hey, let's work on our mindset together. Hey, you know what? I want to stop gossiping. Like, let's be an encouragement, or let's not talk at all. Hey, instead of wasting our time watching all this TV, let's go listen to a great podcast or a message. Let's go for a walk. Let's move our body. Hey, let's prep our meals together. Let's hold each other accountable. Will you meet me at the gym? You want to be a better parent? Me too. Like, let's talk about conversations we're having with our teens, and we can work on it together. Does this make sense? Your alignments are important. People you're around are important. Nothing gets you off course faster than staying with a wrong crowd. You can take control over the influence in your life if you choose to. Relationships that, no, I didn't go on the whole thing. Hold on. All right. I wasn't going to go this far because I honestly wanted you just to think about the people that you're around. So really, basically, she says this: who does not need to see your vision board? All right. We're going to create vision boards. You are going to dream. You are going to do things that you never thought you could do or ever thought that you would accomplish this next year, because I'm going to believe that you're going to do it. Here's who you're not going to share your vision boards with right now: negative thinkers, sleepwalkers, those who settle for mediocrity, people that lack focus, negative talkers, people that are going to gossip about you, dream stealers and thieves. All you have to do is listen to somebody's words and you know what they're thinking. That's it. So I'm going to tell you something. I'm a dream. My husband is a dreamer. I'm a doer. We both work really well together. And I lately, some would say I'm not really doing this, but I am, because I am, is I have been keeping my mouth shut a lot more than I normally do. Now, I talk a lot, all right? And there are things in my life that I have been saying for years and years and years. So I accomplish a lot. I'm around great people. I have goals. I have accomplished goals. And there are things that I have said consistently over the years. There's a couple of things that I'm like, I'm actually not going to say that anymore. Number one, because I've already said it. And number two, I've already shown these people that I just keep talking and not doing. So I've chosen my word for the year. There are just things that I'm like, I know what I need to do, and I don't need to parade it around to everybody. What I need to do is show them, right? I know what to do. I'm creating a vision board. There are things I'm going to share with people, and there are things that I'm like, I told our friend Michael in a business conversation, I said, Michael, excuse me, hold on. I said, Michael, we get together every time we do an event, right? We talk about business. We talk about the goals that we have. I said, I know the things that I've lacked in. I don't need to sit here and tell you over and over again the things I tell you every time I see you. I'm not going to just spew my words. I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to do it. There's just, do you ever just feel like, listen, I'm sick of this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So anyways, I don't know if there's anything that I spoke to you that I needed to write myself a note. I'm here to help. I'm not perfect. I don't have all of the answers, but I have some answers. Hold on. I've read a lot of books. I'm around a lot of great people. My husband and I have put ourselves in some incredible environments with great people that want to grow, people to learn from, people that are incredibly wise. And we take what we learn and we put it into action. Whether it's about food or our marriage or finances or my spiritual life, any of that. I want you to just have the awareness of when I learn something, I need to put it into action. I don't have to tell everybody because everybody is not ready and everybody is not on board with what I'm doing. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to put it up. I'm going to do the action steps that I need to do to create the life and accomplish the goals that I want to achieve next year. I'm going to be wise with who I speak to. And I'm going to prove to people that I can do it. I will help you. I have people that message me all the time, and I give them insight and ideas and support. So whether you message me or your mom or your best friend, or you encourage them to join you, listen, don't wait till next year. Don't count yourself out. If you're not in a right group of people, find a new group of people. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry about the internet. We'll continue to go through this book as we dive into next week. We're going to wrap up the book. I'm going to give you the actual steps next week again of what it means to create a vision board and walking through like the brainstorming and actually doing the work of your actual goals for this year and getting specific and setting deadlines. And as we do that, we're going to create the vision board. We're going to speak over your vision board. We're going to talk about affirmations. I wish I could make you all do the work and I can't. 1 to 3% of you will do it. And 1 to 3% of you will have a completely different life, meaning goals accomplished, feeling better. You have no idea what's going to be next year. But the only people that get to see that growth and those accomplishments are the ones that do the actions. So, thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.